What's going on, Spopsy here with Billy once again. Today we're looking at the Full of Rage and Berserk General Cry Tectonic Slam of Cataclysm Vaal Earthquake Sorted Charge Stack and Berserker. What a mouthful. Tell me about it, Bill. Anywho, once again this build went through a few different iterations just to get to where it is now. I'm utilizing a bit of everything. Stacking charges for damage and defense, Brutal Restraint Jewel which gives me the Traitor Keystone to have semi-permanent flask usage. Though if I were to boss with this build, I would not use the Quicksilver Flask to ensure I would have enough time on the Bismuth Flask to last me the length of the magnificent battle that would unfold amidst the vivacious, luminescent moon shining upon me and the foe. What the f— Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time these days, so I was not able to take this build farther than I wanted, but you get the overall idea. Get endurance charges so the Tectonic Slam boys can do damage while building up rage and Vaal spirits. You mean Vaal souls? Once I see that my Vaal EQ is ready, I typically wait till I can smash that Berserk button so I can activate EQ fairly quickly. If I don't have Berserk up, well, it takes like 45.7 days to activate it because my attack speed is, let me check here. Yeah, -7. Yeah, my attack speed -7. Yeah. What else do you enjoy about this build, Papa Zero? I'm glad you asked. This build is a bit silly, kind of squishy, but overall fun, in that it's kind of a walking simulator with a little bit of a freestyle play style, if that makes sense. You got your 7 friends that attack monsters for you, you do a bit of damage yourself, and for utility, or when you're in trouble, you heal up with Cyclone, which has life gained on hit linked to it. Though since I switched to Marohis, even with Cyclone, I think I have like 3 APS, so not great, but it's something. We got 9 endurance charges that we get through Enduring Cry and Enduring Composure Cluster notable. I also have a jewel with Corrupted Blood immunity and Comb's Sign Coral Ring which has bleeding immunity. I'm sure poison and ignite can still kill us, along with everything else, but I haven't really had that issue come up, plus the Pantheon helps as well as our regen. I am of course wearing Restless Ward Cardinal Armor, so my Berserker regen's like 700 life per second, not counting Enduring Cry. I really wanted to make Kelm Spirit's Titan Gauntlets happen, but I would die to random degen or not activating Berserk quickly enough, so had to switch them out. Otherwise it would have been full unique build. Look at that. The way I generate frenzy charges is via Poacher's Mark on hit, and power charges via a pretty cool max endurance charge ring I bought a while back. This build is overall quite cheap. The only expensive part is the ring I just mentioned, which is not a necessity. In fact, you could substitute it with another Comb Sign Coral Ring or whatever ring you want. And if you do that, then for example link your Cyclone with power charge on critical strike to get power charges that way. Anyway, let's go over the gears in great details. Marohi was chosen for big old DPM, that's right, damage per minute. In this setup I really don't care about attack speed for either attack, and Marohi IMO is the biggest bang for the buck, but weapons like Atsiri Disfavor, Voidforge or Starforge would be pretty good as well. Abysses, enough said. Maybe a nice little regen or power charge corruption would be good for min-maxing. This Ashes of the Stars Ami I found myself in a Valdo map. It's really good. It's really good here because it powers up Tectonic Slam, General's Cry, and EQ's damage, and even gives Cyclone some movement speed. So very nice, the additional quality on those gems. Restless Ward for that sweet charge duration, which is pretty nice to be honest with you, and life regeneration. Again, initially this build was built around Comb's Spirit gauntlets in mind, but even after choosing not to use the gloves, this chest piece is very nice. Precursor with endurance charge, power charge on crit, what more do you want? Comb's Spirit with bleed immunity corruption, though if I was to do specific content where I'm gonna get ignited or poison a lot, I would just get those immunities and easy peasy. Corpse Walker to spawn corpses for my General's Cry, Bear's Girdle, Bear's Girdle for that rage added damage. Since I never really reach peak rage, there are plenty of good containers, and simple gloves with life, accuracy, chaos res, rage, gainage, and exposure. Flasks Again, if I was to boss, I take off this Quicksilver, and you can see for yourself that I'd have the remaining two up basically permanently. Really, only the Bismuth is the only one that needs to be up non-stop because my resistances are terrible. Decent TWWT when I was using totems, but now I'm not using totems, so it's just sort of an okay jewel. Really, there's probably better ones out there, but I didn't want to spend another divine or two to get, you know, something better. This is already decent enough. Max Rage and Chaos Res Charms. Again, didn't play long enough to unlock the third slot. Wasn't able to find the boss, so RNG is RNG. A bit of resistance, mana gain per hit, which is pretty important, and cherry on the top, a bit of reduced ignite duration jewel. Brutal Restraint jewel to give me the Traitor Keystone, Enduring Composure jewel, and Corrupted Blood immunity with a bit of accuracy. Something to consider is this area right here. Mana reservation efficiency, life, and mace tree. Pretty solid overall tree area to go to. Alternatively, if you're trying out the dual wielding or maybe going for axes, you can grab passives as well as travel over here maybe. Or if you want rage, right here. The nearby enemies are Intimidated Mastery, also adds a nice chunk of DPS, so very flexible tree. Last thing to keep in mind is that since we're not a Jugg, it's harder to get endurance charges, so remember, as soon as you enter a map, use Enduring Cry, and as soon as you get hit once or twice, you get the Enduring Composure, and having max endurance charges be up for 25-30 seconds goes a long way. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time with another beautiful video.